What are you two doing? What are you guys doing? What's up, guys? Jordan here, back with another video. Windy day, not warm anymore, that's for sure. Yesterday I toughed it out in just my hoodie and regretted it. So today I went for the full bundle: hat, gloves, big polar coat, everything. We got that in this wind to deal with today. For today's video, we're going to be starting out participating in sunflower harvest. Sunflower harvest is continuing slowly but surely. The field that's on the southern tip of our property is a big sunflower field, and kind of been dealing with a little bit of wetness there, trying to get in what we can, hoping to finish those by the end of the weekend or maybe early next week, but getting in what we can. I'm participating in the sense that we do take trucks down there. It's a little ways away, so we can dump the combine into them, of course, and not recommended that you drive trucks with normal tires over sunflower stalks. We need to disc those today. We're on disc duty, and we're here to tear apart the sunflower stalks down in the sunflower field that's kind of dabbled with, and make a nice spot for the trucks to turn around and park in. We're taking this summer's disc out there, the new disc we got last year, with the 8870, and it's our weapon of choice against these sunflower stalks. That's what we'll start with today, see where the video takes us. Thanks for watching. Woo, that's cold. So we're out here in the sunflower field, right at the edge of it, about to start. Slow down the engine here. See out here, there's the kind of strips you're going to be doing, and these are at each end, and then also kind of through the middle in 2 or 3 different places, just kind of where the sunflowers were tested, where he's found some dry spots going this way, east and west. And I'm going to knock down all these stalks here so we can drive trucks. Way off in the distance is the one semi, which is parked on the edge of the field, and we want to kind of have the access to drive all over in here. So that's what I'm going to start doing. It actually shouldn't be too much because I don't think he's got that much done combining, but I'll start ripping through this. This is a big field, so a whole pass there and back does take some time. But let's chop these little buggers up. Actually combining down this way, and it looks like he's got a pretty wide patch gone here, so we must have found some dry stuff. His load right there in the semi is pretty full. That truck is nearly done, and I think that's where he's stopping for the day. Looks like some pretty good progress was made today, so that's a good thing. Harvest continues. Second to last pass here, so just about ready to wrap this job up for the day and head home. I'll update you guys on what's going on later on in the video. You know, know, this is really not that bad of a job when you have auto steer, gotta say. About the 8-row width of the sunflower header is almost exactly the width of this disc. So just find the middle row and set my line on the auto steer and hit the button, and I'm staying nice and straight. So I'm actually getting very close to the sunflowers that are standing here still and not hitting any of them. Some good technology for this type of job, that's for sure. Alrighty, that job is done and the tractor is home. The 8870 with the disc. Reason we did that, again, is just because we want to put the trucks, since that feels pretty big, not just on the end. So trucks can now go in the middle down those rows that we disced together, and makes it a lot better access for the trucks, saves the tires, things like that. And then also, because we're kind of going a little slower on this harvesting than we wanted to, kind of clunking along, we might have to do some blackbird control down there, and that'll allow some little aisles for the pickup to drive down and scare away those stupid birds. So the only thing left for today before I put the camera down and pick it up tomorrow is gonna fill the service truck of fuel. The combine is a really long ways from home and needs a refill. So we're gonna do that and call her a day. Video's not done. Stay tuned. Piper, Piper, Piper. Dog's favorite time of year. Sunflower stalks are in the yard. Better than sticks. Some stuff to eat here too. And welcome to the next day, everybody. Continuing on this video today with some work over here in the farmyard. Actually, a bit of machinery moving today. So we're gonna time lapse a lot of this, but we're going to start the process of moving all the machinery that's lined up inside the yard out to the field. The reason we do this is because it kind of creates a barrier on the vulnerable side of our yard for the snow. If we do get heavy snow, kind of catches that, and then also gets it out of the yard. If we want to push snow, we're not hitting equipment and hitches and things like that. The sun is out and the wind is low, so nice day to be outside and be working a little bit here on the farm. I'm gonna get started, probably be using the 8870 for just about everything, and I'll explain what I'm gonna move in a little bit. First, I need to move the Terragator, that's project number 1, and then we start pulling cultivators all over the place. All right, just had to move that out a little bit to free up the combine to get out later. So Sunday, most likely, maybe even tomorrow on Friday, we're gonna need to combine sunflowers, keep up with that field that I showed you in the last video, but also some little soybean spots that we left, those green leafy spots, if you remember that. I'm gonna let Lulu out and let her hang out with us today. Hey, Lulu, you wanna hang out? Do you wanna hang out? Come on, girl. So we have a lot of stuff to move here. I think it's 5 or 6 things. Hoping it all goes well. The jacks get a little bit sticky. The hydraulics get a little bit picky. We'll hopefully figure it out. I'm gonna walk over here and show you guys what we're going to move before we start, and then time lapse the process. So this is the air seeder right here. We're gonna leave this one here for now, but hook up to it at the end. I'm gonna move this guy. I'm gonna move that guy. And those 2 cultivators down there by the trees, those are getting moved. And then at the end of the day yesterday, when I went disking, and you guys saw that, parked the disc in the field. So I'm gonna have to start there and move that disc elsewhere. So that's getting moved too. That should really be almost everything. We'll have the harrow out there, canola rollers are over there, the soybean rollers out there. We'll have the disc, all our cultivators, and really all that's left is once the soybeans are complete, we will have to put this header away. That's still needed, and then the 2640 and that long auger need to get out of here as well, but we'll probably still need that with harvest still underway. A few things to do, but this is the majority of the work and technically the machinery movement. So that's what we're going to do. All right, we'll start up the 8870, get going with the great machinery migration of 2021 in today's little farm vlog. All right, everybody, here's the equipment lineup. In case you couldn't see it in the time lapse, I don't even know, the sun's pretty bright today. Maybe that time lapse was kind of blown out, but there we go. It doesn't look like a lot, but that's a lot of work running in and out of the tractor, cranking those jacks and putting the hydraulics in. Those four are out there. This one's hooked up and ready to go. I'm just gonna quickly cut the grass on these spots where this stuff was sitting. Then to round out the day, sunflower harvest is still going on down south, and my dad needs another semi, so I'm gonna wait for Pete's brakes to pump up, run that Peterbilt truck down to him so he has a second semi for tonight. Might be a late one for him as he continues that sunflower harvest process, but that'll be it for me. All right, everybody, made it back home with the truck. That's the second truck of the day. The other semi, the Kenworth, is really full down there, and he's making pretty good progress on that sunflower field, even though it's a pretty big one. Exciting day, got all the equipment moved out to the field, minus the air seeder and the auger. So pretty much everything. Only one flat tire, which was this guy, completely off the rim, so I just took it off of the cultivator and we can use that new tire changer for it. But one tire isn't too bad for the whole equipment moving. And that's it for another video. Thank you so much for joining me and for supporting the channel. Subscribe if you aren't already. I'll talk to you next time.